Weah-led government has prioritized infrastructure development as one of its utmost deliverables to the Liberian people. Key among such infrastructures is affordable housing that is intended to lift people out of poverty. As the Liberia Agency for Community Empowerment (LACE) continues to construct proper housing for impoverished community dwellers, the National Housing Authority, the NHA, has been engaging investors to erect housing for the people since the ownership of over 2,000 houses that previous governments built have been transferred to the inhabitants.
For the National Housing Authority, previously it has been, I think, 7 decades. Since its inception, they built only 2,180 houses, all of the estates combined together. So President Weah sent me here in June of 2019. And in 2019, in 6 months, from June to December, we had signed into contract 96,000 houses.
The commitment of 96,000 houses is at the value $996 million US. That's a pretty good number.
The Weah government has signed into contract 96,000 houses. The first 1,000 of the 96,000 houses is being constructed right now.
The company, Millennium Construction Incorporated, is constructing 100 of the 1,000 houses in the John Coat town in Magibi County along the Rabblesfield Highway, while another 100 is being erected at Ben Town in Masha. And these are middle-income housing projects underway.
We are building middle-income housing. Reason being is that for you to build free housing, you must have money. And we don't have money, but at the same time, too, Liberia by 2030, Liberia is supposed to build 512,000 houses at a build rate of 39,000 houses per year. So we are in 2020. So obviously, how do we do that? We have to find land for the investors, and then the investors bring the money. So it's a joint venture. Now, this is the side when we have a policy that if the investors sign with us, they must pay us 10%. We give them the land, but the land goes to the buyer of the home, not the investor. So it works for us. The only downside to it is that some of the money or most of the money will go to the investor. Whereas if you go to a place like China, you go to Burkina Faso, and this is the same way our model is supposed to be. They have the public corporations diversify their profit into, extending services to the citizens. How do you do that? When before the war, we had housing bank. So money went into housing bank. Like quite recently, NHA teamed up with NASCO. And NASCO was able to put in $1 million and, the bill some houses in Bentown and in only that the quality of houses we need now. Our president being the kind of person he is, he always like, quality. So we're not going to build those same type of houses, but we're trying to construct, quality houses. So if every year each public corporation were to put 500,000 or even 1 million into that fund, and we take it every year, we build, maybe 1 or 2 housing estates, all the money will come back to government because the citizens will buy from the government, the citizens will rent from the government, like in China.
The project is also creating jobs as the workforce was drawn from the local community.
Currently, as I speak, both the old folks, the youth, and our women, including myself, we are over happy again because we were here doing nothing. Majority of us were surviving on burning coals. So as you can see, the workers in majority, we have something to do on a daily basis. And so it keeps us busy and it curtails the criminal rate a bit.
Also, what does this mean for the Joe Coat town along the Rabblesfield Highway?
Well, the fact that a project like this is going on in our area, the first thing it does, it gives a meaning to the area, gives facelift, it improves, eventually it's going to improve the economy of the area, it's going to improve the skyline. New people are going to move in the community, except that the community is a low-income community, to some extent, most likely a non-income earning community. So if this comes, it's going to cause a mix of the people. People who have income are going to move in the area. They're going to move in those new homes. And maybe somebody who's around is going to do some work with some of them. The cultural situation is going to improve. Cross-cultural situation is going to improve. So far, those are some of the things that I see. Because of that, the road maybe is going to be done. So the road benefits everybody who walk on the road, who drive easily to come in. Right now, to access the road is a little bit tough, especially during the rains. So we're hoping that by the time the estate is done, when they complete it and who moves in is moving in, it's going to be a little development for the area.
Reverend Nah also called for the construction of proper housing for the community dwellers.
We would like to say thanks to the government for doing that, except that it may not benefit a certain people, quote-unquote, proper people who are here, except that they can help us. Considering the nature of the houses, the mortgage that's to be paid, everybody here can pay that mortgage. So if they could revisit the structure of the place, try to move these trash that we get living in here, try to change them to better houses like this, make them smaller, so that people who have low income, somebody is a teacher, most people here are teachers, who live here, they are teachers, they are able to, from their salary, maybe pay a little mortgage of at least, or at most, $25, $30 a month, you know. So when these structures are improved like this, then on the whole, it makes everybody will be happy. But besides, we still have to say thanks because it improves all of us lives.
These middle-income housing will provide a shift in the paradigm of the housing sector and clearly projects a new dynamism of having a middle class in Liberia. Property taxes make up a good source of local government revenue for most cities around the world. As the housing is being constructed, there are Liberians, mostly in the private sector, that have already started the payment of mortgage for said housing, which is an indication that the growth of a vibrant middle class in Liberia is already underway.